Hello everyone, my name is Ankit Jain. I welcome you all to my channel Tech Journey with Ankit. Today's video is the continuation of our Mill Hunt project that we are building. In case you folks didn't got a chance to go over the previous part, I have put the link in the video description. Do check that out. In case you folks like to connect with me, you can definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can connect with me on the LinkedIn as well. And you can also join the Telegram channel as well, where we do discuss all the queries that you folks encounter in your Salesforce journey. Again, before I get started, let me quickly show you what we are trying to build by the end of this project. So this is the public facing site that we are building by using the Lightning Web Component. This website, it's going to be the mobile responsive. So based on the device that you will be using the component, automatically it will adjust the components. Moreover, the user can come on this site, so search for a recipe and check out the result. Moreover, user can click on that recipe and get more details as well. So this is what we are building as a final product by the end of this project. So what we have built as of part 2 is this, right? Where we have built this particular component, that is the header component where the user can go and make the search. After that, user can click on the search recipes and the recipes will be loaded. Moreover, what additional thing that we have built here is in case the user go and click the recipe here, we are getting that recipe ID. If I clicked on the inspect button, you guys can see that we are getting this meal ID. So this is what we have built in the part 2. Now what we have to do in the today's session is we have to go and build further this part so that on the click of the recipe, a modal should come up where we can go and put the recipe details. Next thing that we have to do here is we have to go and put this component on the digital experience as well. So we can get started again. Before I move further on the select recipe part, if you folks recall in the last session, what we encountered here is whenever we are loading the page, basically we are getting this error in the load mill result component on the function that is the CheckMill. This error is coming up because it says that the property that it is referring, it is undefined. So what we can do here is to get rid of this error, we can come to the CheckMill function and here I'll be checking whether the type is undefined or not. So here I can come and say that in case the type of this check.mills is not equal to undefined and this dot mill result length is greater than 0, then and then only we should go and select search send the result. So this is what we will be doing in this part. Okay, as simple as this very small thing that we have built here. Now let me go and deploy this so that we can check at least this error is not coming, and then we can go and build the further logic to come up with the recipe. So here I go refresh my page and now the error is not coming, right? I can go here, look for the soup and I can have the soup. On the click of the recipe, I do have that recipe ID is coming up. Now what I have to do next based on this ID from the array, I have to go and get the meal because here I already have the meal of array, right? That I am loading on the UI. Now based on that selection, I have to go and get that meal ID. For that, what we will be using here is the JavaScript find method. In case you folks didn't got a chance to check out my JavaScript series, do check out that playlist in the on my channel where I have put all the JavaScript methods in detail. So how the find method will work, we will take the ID and we will look into the array. If the value is available, it will return that value. So let's go and do that. So for that, I am taking the mill result. So this dot mill results dot find method I am using. From that, I am getting the current item. And for the current item, what I am checking here is current item dot meal ID because this is the key item that we do have here. So that's what I am checking when it is same as the selected meal ID. So basically what we will get as an output is the complete record. So again, to do that here, let me go and store the or let me store directly into the property here. So let me go and put up here as a selected meal. And in that selected meal, I will go and store this. So this dot selected meal is equal to whatever the result that we are getting. I am populating that result here. Okay, so as simple as is. In case you guys have followed the bootcamp, we have done this we have used this find method multiple times, and I'm also printing the selected meal so that I can verify whether I am getting the correct result or not. Now I got the selected meal. Now the next thing that I have to build here is this dialog box like we do have here, where I can go and show the recipe. Again, as an I go and build it from the scratch, I can again take the help of the SLDS, and here I am typing the SLDS modal, and we will go and build that modal using the SLDS. So for example, here I am navigating. Let me take the base modal only for now. This is the modal that I want to build. So I'm taking that base modal, and whatever the logic that we do have here, I'm going and copying that logic. But before that, to display that modal, let me go and create one component. So here I am creating the Lightning Web component, and here I am giving the name here as the recipe modal. Assume that this recipe modal, it is getting that selected meal. We will pass that value in a while, but here I am assuming that I am having that selected meal already available here, and based on that we go and load the modal. So again, as we are using the API decorator, here I'll be defining the API decorator. Let's go and pass the selected meal also. Again, to do that, what I'll be doing here is in the HTML file, here I go and invoke that component. So when this component should be invoked, ideally whenever the user is clicked on the recipe button, then and then only we have to go and invoke this. So we don't want this should be always invoked. Again, to control that, what I'll be doing here is, here I go and define one property, that is the show modal, and I'm initializing that property value with false. So when this value will be true, as soon as we are getting the recipe, user has selected that recipe, then and then only I am setting this value to true. And what I will do here is, in my HTML file, I will check here template LWC if this value is true, then and then only we go and show the modal. What is that property that we have defined? Sorry, that is the show modal property. If that show modal property is true, in the load will result, then and then only we go and display this modal. So again, here I am putting the C hyphen recipe hyphen modal. Make sure that it is in the kebab case. And what I have to pass here is the selected meal. This is the property that we have defined. So this is again, this property should be also in the kebab case. So make sure that you are putting this also into the kebab case. And what we are passing in that selected meal is the meal that we do have, right? That we have just got from the find method. So I am passing that meal here. So this is the selected meal that I am passing from my HTML file. So what will happen? A quick understanding about the flow. Whenever the user is clicking on the recipe modal, right? Basically, we will be loading this modal, and in that modal, we will go and display the complete details. And for that, I am passing the selected meal record as well. Now, the next thing that I will be doing here is, if I go and click on the recipe button, this modal should come up. So this is the code for the modal that I do have. Let me go and copy that code. And here I go and paste it. Navigating to the HTML file, and here I go and paste it. Let me go and get this formatted. Control Shift F, format document with HTML language. So this is the formatted code now. Now there are few things that I don't want in this HTML file. For example, I don't want to use that SVG thing with the button. So what I can do here is I can get this replaced with the lightning button icon. So let me go and put that lightning button icon, right? And again, you guys can go and check how basically they have created this. You guys can use the similar kind of a classes. For example, here you can see the icon size is large. Again, if you are not sure what all different parameters that can be passed for the lightning button icon, the easiest way to do this is by navigating to the component library. Look for that lightning button icon and take that as the reference. Okay, and then you can go and modify it. You can always navigate to the documentation and the specification to check how they are building that, right? So let's say I want to use this one for now, for the time being, as a lightning button icon. So let me go and copy this, and I am putting it here. Rather than I go and write it from the start. This is what I am doing. Again, there are few classes that I have to go and copy from here because I want that should be available on the right hand side. So for that, what is the class? I believe so. If I am not wrong, let's go and copy this classes as well. We will see whether it is coming up as expected or not. In case not, we will go and check in case any other classes that needs to be added. I believe this will do our job for now. Lightning button icon, that's what we are putting. And let me go and hide this complete button section. So we have replaced that button with the lightning button icon. Same thing if I scroll down, right here I do have the another buttons. Again, I want to use the lightning button here. So what I'll be doing here is I am putting here the lightning button, and this button I am putting here the variant as destructive because I want the button should be in red color. So that's why I'm putting here the variant as destructive. That's it, right? And on the click of this, I want to execute some action. So here I am putting the click handler. But what action that I have to execute whenever the user clicked on this button, basically, I want to go and close that modal. So here I am putting the label here as cancel and close. So let me go and put here the label, or you can simply put the label here as what is the label that we have given here, that is the OK. So let me go and put that label only for now. So here I am putting the label is equal to OK. So this is how I am defining the button. Again, I don't want two buttons, so I am commenting it out. So I am putting the label, I am putting the variant, and also I am putting the click handler as well. We can also go and put the click handler on the cancel button as well, so that on the cancel of this, my modal should be closed. So I am defining the on click handler here as well. We already have, okay, we already have this one. So let me go and remove this because on either the user clicked on cancel or the user clicked on this close button, I want to go and perform the same action. So I am defining the same handler here. So this is the method that we have defined. For the time being, I'm not doing anything here. I'm simply go and put that method so that we don't have to go and remember what actually we have to go and build it later. Again, let me go and format this so that make sure that everything is coming up in the expected format. Cool, it looks good to me. Now the next thing here is what we have to do in the header section. We have to go and put the name of the recipe that we do have. Again, whatever the name that we are showing here, right? The same name we have to go and put it here. So what I will do here is, as I am already printing the sending the selected mail, from that selected mail, I will go and put that value. So where is that header? This is where I have to go and put it. So I will navigate here to the selected mail. Let me go here to the HTML file, and to get the name of the property, let me again navigate here. If I'm not wrong, I am printing that into the JSON file. Let me go and check it out in the console. What I am printing? So in this array, definitely we will get that. So what is that? That I have to go and print here is the name of the mill. So here that is the name of the mill, that is str mill. So I am copying that and putting it here. Right, this is the mill for which we have to go and show the details. Now the next thing that I have to do here is I have to go and show the recipe as well. So I'm taking this hard coded thing from here, and what I will do in between the p tag, I will go and put that recipe details as well. For that, there's a property that is the str instruction. So again, I will go and do the same thing. First, I will go and get the property that is the selected mill dot followed by the str instruction. So here I go and do that. So this is how I am printing the instructions as well. Right, now coming back to the recipe modal component one more time. So what I have to do, as soon as user clicked on the OK button, I have to go and close the modal. Again, modal opening is controlled by whom? that is by the parent component. So basically I have to send the notification to the parent component to go and close the modal. How we go and send the notification from child to parent? Always using the help of custom event. So let me go and define my custom event here is equal to new custom event. And I am giving that custom event name here is close modal. I don't have to send any data here. Simply think I have to go and notify them. That's why I am sending this notification. And after that, I am dispatching the event like this. This is how I have dispatched the event as well. So as I am sending this event from child, I have to go and handle that event on the parent component as well. So I'm navigating here. This is the place where I'm invoking my child. So what I'm doing here is on close modal, whatever the event name that we have given, I am putting the same name prefixed with on. And what I have to do here is here I am putting the close handler. Right, as soon as event has been received, I have to go and execute the JavaScript for this. So again, I am navigating on the load mill result file and putting my JavaScript code. Basically what I have to do, as soon as the user clicked on the OK button, I have to go and close this modal. So here I go and put this dot show modal is equal to false. Basically, whenever we have to open it, we are putting the value as true, but whenever we have to close it, we will go and put the value as false. As value become false, this part will not execute and modal will not be visible. Let's go and take it out whether it is working as expected or not. So I am first deploying the recipe modal component because this is the child component. And after that, I will go back to the load mill result and deploy this component as well. So here I go, navigate here, refresh my page, clearing the cache, refreshing the page. And let's see whether it is coming up as expected or not. So here I am looking for the soup, clicking on search recipe. My recipes are coming here. If I go and click on OK, you can see the modal is coming up with all the details that we are sending. And on the click of OK, my modal is also closing. So my component is ready. My basic functionality that I want to design for this project is ready now. Now the next thing that I have to do here is I have to get this project exposed on the digital experience. For that, I'm navigating to the setup menu. The very first thing, in case the digital experience is not enabled in your org, you have to go and enable it. In case it is already enabled, then you do not have to go and do anything. In my org, it is not enabled, so I am enabling the digital experience and clicking on save. Now, after the Salesforce have enabled it, few more settings will be available. You have to go and refresh the page. Navigating to the digital experience, and here I am navigating to the sites. As of now, we do not have any site, so let's go and build the first site under the digital experience in which we can go and put our component. The very first thing, it will ask you to select the template. Let me go here with the LWR build your own template because I do have my component to show. So I'm selecting that template. I am getting that started. Name, you can give any name. Here I am giving the name as the mill hunt, and here also I am giving the name as the mill hunt. Clicking on create. Again, it might take a while to create that template, but again, it is a bit fast, so we can hold for a minute or two and our template will be ready. Okay, my template is ready, folks. You guys can see the site is created. I can navigate to the builder now. So the experience builder is launched. On that experience builder, we go and add our component. So this is my experience builder. Again, we don't need anything, so you can always go and delete whatever you don't want. So here I don't want this, so I am deleting it. And let's go and navigate to the component. If I scroll down, you can see my mail hunter component is available here. Let's go and simply drag and drop that component here. Right, my component is coming up. There are a few additional things that we have to do. So we will navigate to the settings part, and what the first thing that we have to do here is we have to make sure that it is accessible to the guest user without logging in. So I'm making it accessible here to the guest users. Again, there are a few more things that we have to do. So navigate to the theme. We are okay with the theme. Navigate to the languages. No changes are required. Navigate to the navigation. That is also fine. We are making it available for the mobile. So that's also fine. SEO, search, indexes. There also I don't have to do anything. The next setting that we have to do here is it is in the security and the privacy. So basically here what we have to do, we have to change it from the strict CSP to relaxed CSP so that it will allow that. Okay. So this relaxed CSP setting looks good to me. Now still go and close it. Still I can see that my background image is not loading. Okay, we will check about this in a while. But before that, let's have a quick preview and check whether the other things are working or not. So here I go and look for my mail. Click on the search recipe. So other things are loading as expected. Only thing here is my background image is not loading. So what we can do here is to load this background image, basically we are using the static resource. When I checked the last time, there are few issues actually to load the static resource on the LWR site. So what we will do, we will come here and rather than we go and use the background image to load from the static resource, we will get that directly loaded from the web. Again, I will put that link in the video description so that you folks can refer it from there. So here I am commenting out my static resource part for a while and I will be using this background image. Okay, this image is nothing but the hero image that we have used on our LWC component. Once I have done that, let me go and deploy this. Under the meal search component, we do have our hero image. That's where I have made that change. Now, if I go back again, let me go and refresh the page. System is asking me to add the trusted URL, the image that we have specified. For that image, we have to again go and add the trusted URL. Okay, I'm clicking on OK. The easiest way to do this, again, you can navigate to the setting, navigate to the security and the privacy. Here you will see that the CSP error is there, and from here you can directly go and add that URL. So I'm allowing that URL now and asking the system to go and get that URL added. Now we have added that URL as well. Now my background image is also coming. And if I again do the preview, it looks good to me. Here I can go and search for the meal as well. Now, as it is look good to me, let me go and quickly publish my changes. So my changes will be published on this URL. Here I go and clicked on publish to make it accessible to the end users, right? What we have to do also, we have to go and activate this. Again, the publishing will take some time. So you will get an email from the Salesforce. Meanwhile, what we will do, we will navigate to the administration part and we will go and activate this as well. So that we'll also get the activated URL and we can go and use that website from anywhere. So here I go under the setting. You guys can see that I do have this activate button. So go ahead and activate it. Click on OK. Now if I go and copy this, again activation will also take some time. So we might have to wait for a minute or two to get it activated. Right, so it looks like an active. Let's navigate to the navigate mode, incognito mode, and check it out whether it is working as expected or not. So here I go, press the Control V and hit enter. You guys can see that this URL is accessible even from the incognito mode. It is not asking more for me to log in. Even you guys can go and use this URL or access this URL from your mobile applications as well. So here again, if I go and look for my mail and do the search recipe, it all looks good to me. So this is what I do have, folks, for this mini project. I hope you folks found this helpful and get few learnings from these projects as well. Again, do let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you. Have a good time.